Hello, everyone. Wow, the 1212 portal was intense. Let me just say that. It's like my life feels like a movie right now. You're probably wondering why I have a tank top on in December. That would be because I swear I've been on fire. This energy has me so hot. Everybody else is all wrapped up in their blankets. And I'm like, can we turn the heat down and wear a tank top, please? But, anyways, I had my children bring a message through this morning, and they really wanted me to share it. And it wasn't just like, it's something I've been noticing in them, but it's like funny how these concepts that we encounter as children, they come through with us in life as adults, but just different situations. So I'm going to give you guys the example that I'm talking about that occurred this morning. So I have 4 kids, and my 2 middle kids are boys. One is 6, one is 4.5. And my 6-year-old, he's kind of like all 4 of my kids are very different personalities. That's the funny thing. You'd think they'd all be the same because they're in a similar environment, raised by the same people. Like, no, they're all completely different. That's the funny thing about having kids. Like, we want to blame ourselves for stuff as a parent. It's just like because of the way your kid turns out, but it's like, dude, your kid had a soul before they came into this incarnation, and they've experienced so many different things, and their personalities and certain gifts and stuff come through with them. And so they're all very different people. And if you have more than like 2 kids, you see it, and you're like, whoa, that is really weird. You could even see it if you have 2 kids. With one, it's harder because you just know, the personality of one person. So there's nothing to compare it to. But anyways, my 6-year-old has that type of personality. He likes to pick at people, and he likes to be funny and then act like he didn't do nothing wrong. Like, he doesn't really cross like heavy boundaries. Like, he doesn't like hit people and stuff like that, but he'll just do little things like stick his tongue out like you know what I mean, just to like bug his brother. So that's what he was doing. And like when they go up the stairs, because I called them both up the stairs to get dressed for school. So like my youngest will have already started his way up the stairs, and then my 6-year-old will come running up just to beat him up the stairs, just to do little things like that, just to aggravate him, right? And so it was working on Grayson, my younger one. It was where he was getting aggravated, he was getting upset, mommy, whatever, Miles is doing this, And so we go in the room, I'm sitting on the bed, talking to them as they're getting ready for school, and I'm like, Grayson, I call him Grace. I was like, Grace, listen, I was like, you see Miles over there? Like, you can't control anything that he says or anything that he does. You'll never, ever be able to tell him what to say or do. So, that means how you feel right now is something that you have to be responsible for. So try to explain this to a 4-year-old. I'm going to tell you in adult language, but I was trying to break it down to him in kid language. So basically I told him, like, there's nothing, you can't control people. All you can control is how you perceive the situation going on. So I told him you could just sit there and look at him, or you could choose not to look at him. You could choose to walk away if you have to be in the same room with him. Like, you could choose to be like, he's being crazy, but that doesn't mean I have to get upset about it. He's trying to get at me, but that doesn't mean I have to like give him my power and be upset about it. And so, I'm trying to break down all these things, all these different ways to respond to it, show him like a bunch of different perspectives. And then after the whole thing went down, I was like, and it probably went right through his head because he's 4.5, almost 5. Like, he's not exactly ready for those concepts, but to me as a parent, I feel like repetition and just like trying to break it down as simply as possible. That's how you help kids not carry like these programs with them into adulthood. That's why when light workers have kids, like, and they come in and they're so open, like, it's beautiful because we're raising such a strong generation to come. But anyways, we went through these same things coming up, and we still do today. So we will encounter problems, or we'll encounter people that it's just like they're at work or something, and there's no getting around it. Like, we have to be around them. There is no running away from it. So the only thing that we can really control is how we perceive a situation. and how we perceive that person. So a great example of this is someone's like gossiping about you at work, and there's like nothing you can really do about it, it feels like, and it's just eating away. You want to defend yourself, but then you don't want to look like the crazy person defending yourself, and then you kind of insert yourself into the drama, right? And so what you can do is start looking at this individual in a different way. Start visualizing them like in a good way, in a positive way, not doing the things that drive you crazy. Start responding in a way like, okay, this person's gossiping about me because of something that they're dealing with on the inside. And you really have to put yourself in the observer position and not take anything personally. Nothing serious is going on here. And when we take things personally, we immediately give our power away. Like when you can just, you know, you've reached a certain level of mastery when there can be all this contrast. It could be a situation like that. It could be somebody passing away. It could be whatever. You're going through a divorce, whatever. And when you can sit in peace and be the observer and be like, wow, I see this really crazy thing happening to me right now, but the only thing I can control is this moment right now. So how am I going to respond? Am I going to give my power away and like pop off at people because they did something that I don't like? Or am I going to just be at peace about it? Like, what can I do right now to make this, to make my vibration maintain levels of joy and peace and harmony and love? Like, how can I make, how can I help myself feel that right now? Because how I feel is the only thing that matters. Because if I give my power away and I'm like, oh, this person's really irritating me, so I'm going to tell them what I really think, then you lower your vibration. Then you start attracting things that are at the same level as the vibration that you just went to. You backtrack. Or if you get in like this low space and you're like, wow, I know I'm in a low space right now. It means my vibration's low. What are you doing? You're not doing this right. Get happy, get happy, get happy. And you start overthinking everything. Like, I got to raise my vibration. Like, a lot of people that start in the beginning of their spiritual journey, they're like really hard on themselves because they know if they, how they feel is how they attract things in their life. They're really good at the law of attraction at this point, at understanding it. And they understand that how they feel is everything. So when they go through these bumps in the roads, because they're human beings living in a 3D reality, so we're gonna have contrast. There is no skating through life with no problems. Like, that's not how it works on this planet. It's just not. Like, and so we'll get into these situations where we'll feel these feelings, and then we'll start beating ourselves up about it, which just is a huge momentum in the negative direction. Just be easy. Like, if you feel like you're not having a great day, then just take care of yourself. How would you take care of your child if they weren't having a great day? That's how you have to take care of yourself. How would you respond to your child in a situation where somebody was nagging them or irritating them or gossiping about them? That's how you respond to yourself. We have to start looking at these situations like we are having that conversation with a child or with our children. And that's how we have to treat ourselves. Like, if my kid was upset and he was having a rough day or whatever the case may be, I would just want to snuggle him up in my arms. And that's exactly what we have to do with ourselves. And that's why self-love is everything. Because we can't reach for someone or something else to solve our problems for us. It's not going to happen. No energy healer, no boyfriend, girlfriend, person that we think that we'll be happy once we find our soulmate or whatever it is, or twin flame, whatever it is you're reaching for. Once you get that money or the career or the house or the whatever, we always are reaching for things externally for our happiness instead of finding it within ourselves. And we think that we're confident. We think that we're these like strong individuals, but that's just a mask. If you were strong and you were really a high vibrational being, you would be easy on yourself. You'd take care of yourself. You'd love yourself, and because of that, you'd express that to everyone and everything around you. And you would start manifesting situations where people love you. Not manifesting a partner. You just broke up, you manifest another partner and repeat a cycle of somebody who is abusive verbally, mentally, or it's just not a vibrational match, but you keep attracting the same cycles because you choose to perceive it the same way every time you get a chance. Every time you get a chance to have a new start or make a new choice. Say you got out of a relationship. Now is your chance to not make the same choice you made in your last relationship and be a vibrational match to somebody who's going to be abusive, or it's just not. It's like the same things, the same issues come up in your relationships. There's patterns in your life, and it's not just in relationships, it's with everything. We all are repeating these programs and these patterns within our minds and within our lives. And we do keep getting opportunities to make changes and evolve in this process. But it's a lot of people just aren't aware enough. They're not the observer enough to actually look at what they're doing. People don't see their own shit. And when you don't see your own shit, you can't make any changes because you were never wrong, right? It's everybody else's fault that things are happening to you that you don't like. It's you. You are in control of how you feel in any given moment. It doesn't matter who's sticking their tongue out at you. You have a choice whether you want to respond to that or not. So yeah, that was the message that they wanted to bring through today, was like, how are you going to respond to what life brings you? And that is in direct relation with what you're going to manifest in your life. It's so simple, but we're so programmed that it's hard for us to implement these concepts into our life. But once you get it, you're flowing, you're good. You're going to be at peace in every situation. You're going to merge into 5D, and you're going to not worry about a damn thing. There could be shit going on all around you that seems like you should be in the biggest rut ever, but you're going to be at peace, and people are going to ask you why. You're going to know that things are always working out for you, and people are going to ask you why. How are they always working out for you? Look what just happened. But you can see the silver lining in a situation because you've done that. You're at that level of self-mastery. So I really hope this message got through to you guys today, because it's so important to understand the same issues that we've always been programmed with. It's the same thing since when we were kids. It's not any different. We're letting external things affect how we feel instead of us being the observer and in control of our own vibration. You create your own reality. People they think it's so cliche, but it's facts. It really is. I hope that you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Take care.